Hello everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. I'm so glad to have you here with me today on this beautiful Sunday. If you are new here, go ahead and click that live chat button and set any requests for your personal healing and well-being. And we're going to get things started off by building a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all of your requests. If you are returning, welcome back. It's wonderful to see you again, and thank you for your ongoing support. And if you're watching this as a pre-recorded video, you will have just as much fun as if you were here live. If you would like to join me live, definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. I'm here 5 days a week, same days, same times every week. And just wonderful to have y'all here. If you would like to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you'd like to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's linked in the description, and all of my social media are as well. So thank you so much for being here once again. Let's dive in and start building that beautiful grid. Okay, so let me just make a quick adjustment. So good to see y'all in here. Ooh, pardon me, just last minute adjustments. Okay, there we go. As usual, we have our mirror, which helps to kind of deflect any less than great energy, and copper, which helps to get the optimal energy flowing, break up blockages, and it serves as a lovely warming center point for our grid. So let's see who all is here. Still Not Still, welcome in. Fiat Luna, Chris, Kath, good to see you all. Jennifer, Violet Integration, Flower, Cora Carr, happy early birthday. Oh, good to see ya. And it is Patty and Key. Oh, so good to see all of you. So let's go ahead. Let's start diving in on these requests. Hey, Lila Ray. Good to see you too. Awesome. So let me just go through all the requests. I'll be able to get to everybody's request tonight. So we've got, the little kittens are being little kittens. Hattie has been a Velcro cat today, but right now I distracted her with the electric blanket. So she is currently enjoying my chair. So let's see. Ooh, Cora Carr, tomorrow is your birthday and you will love Garnet in the grid. Also a thing for wealth and health manifestation. You got it. Okay, good stuff. So let's go ahead and start with that Garnet. Wealth and health manifestation. Let's start here. Let's start with the Garnet. Okay, cool. So Garnet helps us by really bringing a lot of organization and a keen eye towards how you can best use your energy. It's a very grounding stone, a deeply empowering stone, very much balances the root chakra, but overall this is one that we use here for practicality and creativity. This is one that'll help you look at the tasks that you do every day and take another look at them and see, is there a better way I can do this? Is there a more efficient way I can do this? Ultimately helping you to have more, time for life. But yeah, great too for creativity and also for organization. Brings a lot of strength and balance. It's a wonderful stone to have if things are just changing all around you. So that is Garnet. Very Capricorn type stone. Wonderful for thinking about the best way to set things up. So we will also bring in for wealth manifestation. Let's bring in some citrine. Citrine is superb for manifesting financial abundance and for making good financial decisions. Also helps with things like nausea. It's thought to aid fibromyalgia pain, and it's also helpful for addictions and compulsions. But more than anything, in addition to financial abundance, this is a stone I often lean on for help in using my logic and my intuition in equal measure and helping to balance things out. I find that when I work with this stone in that way, it's almost like, look at how much more I can get done in such a more balanced way. I have intuition, but I'm also a Capricorn sun, so I tend to just think in terms of like, this is the best way to do it, this is the way to do it, and this is more like, hey, let's use some of that intuition there. So let's see, and for health manifestation, I feel like there's two I want to bring in. So for health in general, I love using things like tree agate because it's so wonderful for physical health on all levels. And then a stone for manifestation. I'm going to bring in Herkimer diamond. This is superb for connecting with spirit, taking our messages that we have for spirit, sending them up, hearing the response, helps us with it. It's definitely a manifestation booster. It also helps us to be in the present moment, and it helps to balance really unharmonious energy. Great too for metabolism and just intuition in general. So that is Herkimer. Herkimer diamond is actually a type of clear quartz. So we'll bring this in. And then for general just health, I'm going to go ahead and bring in tree agate. Tree agate is sacred in Ayurveda, which is the sister science to yoga. You might be familiar with the chakras. Those are the bigger pieces of that system in terms of how the energy anatomy works. There are also really fine nadi, which are channels through which energy moves in the body. Tree agate is thought to help optimize and rebalance, really harmonize the flow of energy throughout the body so that any imbalances you may have, regardless of the nature or the cause, this can kind of reset those. So it's considered optimal for every body type, no matter what type of imbalance you might tend towards, to work with tree agate. So I'm going to bring this in with the intention to help support your health on this year. So all the best to you, Korokar. If there's anything else I can do, let me know. It's good to see you, and definitely send my regards to Vincent as well. Awesome. Oh, I love it. Such good requests. Vincent, there you are. Hey, welcome in, Corey. I will get to your request. I'm going to get to everybody's requests. I'm just kind of going down the list. But welcome in, hang out, we're having fun. And thank you everyone for being the lovely people that you are. Okay, cool. Awesome. So let's see who was next. Oh, Flower, you're struggling with seizure stuff. Gotcha. Oh, I cannot speak. Uncommon, but a challenge every time. Okay. Or not uncommon, but a challenge every time. Gotcha. So let's go ahead and do some. I've got a couple of stones that can be helpful for you. So I always do the mention here that I don't feel like crystals and Reiki are meant to be like a replacement for anything. I don't use them as a replacement. I use them as the complement for everything else. So I don't replace my meds with them or anything like that. I just complement the overall healing, and definitely applies here. So this is malachite. Malachite does a great number of things. It's a really dynamic healing stone. This is a stone that can help to move really sorrowful, difficult emotional energy through our heart center as we process those feelings, so that we can like truly process them in a complete way, and in a way leave the past behind and move forward. Also really helpful for depression and anxiety, as well as inflammation and pain, but particularly this does have an indication for seizure-like activity, which you're requesting support with. Also helpful for liver, pancreas, and spleen. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this in for you. I'm also going to go ahead and bring in Crazy Lace Agate. So this is Crazy Lace Agate, which has several different types of agate all in one. This is great for phobias. It helps with balance. It brings in quite a bit of courage too, as well as confidence and protection. This is very connected with spider magic, as well as bringing up physical energy and connecting to the past. But the reason I'm bringing it in here is because it's also thought to help the eyes, the skin, and speech. So I hope that this helps. Also wonderful too for heart and solar plexus. So that is Crazy Lace Agate. So I hope that those help. I hope that you're doing well and glad that you're here. Good to see you as always. And Grace has a request for heart healing and letting go. So we definitely got the letting go and that part of the heart healing. Let's also bring some beautiful rhodonite in. This is great for heartache, heartbreak, and really just supporting the heart center. Any kind of grief too. This is often the stone that's thought of as the divorce stone or the breakup stone. But it's also good for any kind of difficult emotional challenge that you have to face. Physically, wonderful for allergies, asthma, autoimmune stuff, and the lungs. That's all stuff that impacts me for sure. Also helpful for working through insecurities and even the kind of like the leftover stuff that you might be working through as you heal past emotional abuse too. This can be a really helpful stone. Also helps with energy in the body in that it balances yin and yang energies. And it's just a great emotional support type stone. And I don't know where Gertie is, but I can hear her snoring. I think she's asleep under my bed. So we're getting there. Let's see. There we go. Awesome. And let's see if we have another heart healing and letting go type stone. I just sort of checked in, and the first stone that popped into my mind really clearly was rose quartz. So I'm going to bring that in. So anytime that our heart center feels depleted, rose quartz is a really strong support of love, unconditional love, and a strong reminder that we absolutely deserve love if anyone's struggling with feelings around that. This is also a stone that can help us to kind of recalibrate our expectations when it comes to love and how it's expressed in our direction, so that we can, if you're saying, oh, I only expect the love here, but the love I give here, but I receive here. This can help you recalibrate that and bring up that what you expect to receive to where you really deserve. So we'll bring in rose quartz. If you struggle with feelings around being lovable, rose quartz is very helpful. So we'll put the malachite right on top of that. Good to see you, Grace. I hope you have a good week coming up. Oh, Flower, you like the crystals you got from Jennifer. I'm so glad to see that. Your order from me is going out ASAP. I'm so glad that you got some beautiful things from Jen too. Awesome. Kanta, wonderful to see you. Victoria, welcome back. I hope you're doing well. Shoes are dropping. Gotcha. I will absolutely support that, Kanta. And you're welcome, Grace. I am absolutely going to get to everybody's request. I am just going to keep bouncing around a little bit. Oh, Kath, those are some great intentions. Gotcha, Jen. And Violet, integration, yeah, productive week ahead, help with grief and emotional ease. Emotional ease, we've got that. We'll keep adding. We always know that no matter what's going on for us, we have so much synchronicity within this group here for certain. So productive week ahead. And I definitely did see Kath's request for fatigue and boosting energy levels. Energy levels, productivity, they do kind of go hand in hand. So let's bring this in. Grief. Let's start here. So when it comes to productivity, but also there's the request from Kath around fatigue and energy boosting. Let's bring in some Bumblebee Jasper because this will help with both. Also, Garnet's really helpful with productivity. Bumblebee Jasper has significant amounts of sulfur as well as arsenic, so do be careful with it. But it is very helpful for generating physical energy and also helping to hold mental focus. Wonderful for things like productivity, getting things done, wanting to sink your teeth into the work and get things moving, whether you're working alone or with others in any kind of collaboration. This really helps either way. Also helps with boosting any manifestation as well as decision making and just energy in general, like I mentioned. So we'll bring in Bumblebee Jasper. And for grief, let's bring in some green onyx and some black onyx. So green onyx, any onyx is great for grief. Green onyx is particularly helpful when it comes to the heart center and deep sadness, deep grief, especially stuff that we've held on to for a long time and find it hard to let go of. But it could also be just acute, current grief. It helps to also with decision making as well as emotional shutdown. So in general, a wonderful emotional support stone. Also helps with moving forward despite emotional pain. And green onyx can be dark like this, or it can be really light, like almost a pale pistachio kind of color. Either way, very, very helpful. So we'll bring that in. So that's green onyx. Black onyx gets even more into the granular detail when it comes to grief and loss. It also helps to ground fear and anxiety and helps to relieve self-doubt, bringing up your self-esteem quite a bit. When it comes to grief, this can also help with connection to ancestors and those who've passed before us. Wonderful too for protection. It's a very highly protective stone, spiritually speaking, energetically speaking, and helps too with, in the mundane world, it's thought to help keep those at bay that would play mind games too. So this is a very protective stone that very much helps with grief, and that is black onyx. Let me just line these up. Here we go. Okay. And lots of love to you, Violet integration. Oh yes, and thank you for the reminder, Kanta. Please hit the like button if you don't mind, and thank you so much for that. So let's see, we've got some requests for Jennifer Vatsa, adjustment to the time change, definitely. Movement in matters of the heart and money fast preferably. You got it. So let's definitely get some red tiger eye. Moonstone is what popped up for movement in matters of the heart. Adjustment to the time change. I think Moonstone will help with that too, but also some Zoisite I think will help. So Moonstone is another really dynamic stone. It does quite a bit of different things. And in particular, it helps with connection to divine timing, as it very much is connected with the moon. And the moon controls the tides, which really does control kind of everything on our planet. And especially considering that we're mostly made of water, yeah, very much connects with us too. This also helps us to manifest love and have a connection to the people that we're wanting to have that relationship with, helping us to find our soulmate. But yeah, when it comes to divine timing and timing in any way, this is a stone that can help us to connect. So I often use this stone when I struggle with getting used to like a time switch. Wonderful too for just trusting divine timing, and for any kind of lunar magic work. If you work with the full moons, the new moons, definitely work with this. This is also very much a stone that I think of being connected with the High Priestess in the tarot deck, connection to ancient wisdom, truth, and just sort of knowingness, this deep understanding. Also helps with protection during travel, which I did see. I think it's Lila that had a request around this. But I'm not sure. Someone had a request around protection for travel. This also provides that. And also for intuition and releasing patterns. So let's bring in some Moonstone. And next we're going to bring in some red tiger eye. Citrine is one of the stones that helps to powerfully call in abundance, especially financially. Red tiger eye helps with calling on financial abundance in a hurry, like when you really need some quick relief in the wallet. It's also one of the most protective stones that I have. It protects us on the mundane level and on the spiritual level, both greatly so. If you know someone that's dealing with bullying, getting picked on, getting singled out, whether it's at school or a workplace, definitely consider red tiger eye as some support for you or them. So there we go. So that is red tiger eye. And next for you, I wanted to bring in Zoisite. This helps very much with connection to nature and cycles, and very much seasonal affective disorder type stuff, like really reconnecting with nature. So when it comes to things like that, I often feel like this has a big connection and is one that I definitely work with around getting used to the shift in time. Also really helpful for releasing negativity, breaking up that kind of apathy and sluggishness if you're like, oh, I kind of don't want to do anything. Very helpful stone. Also, if you tend towards procrastination, this is one that helps you like look at the long list of things you need to do and take things off the list one by one and sort of work through the long list of things you've got to do. Also helps to remove obstacles. So that is Zoisite. So let's go ahead and bring in Zoisite here and here. Jen, I hope that helps. If you think of anything else, let me know. And let's see. Kath, energy levels, fatigue, we got that. Boosting consistency with self-care and practicing self-love. Oh yeah, we gotcha. Let's bring in some Fuchsite. This is self-care and love for the sake of fun, like having fun just for the simple sake of how we really need to do that. We can often overlook that. We're thinking of all the things we should be doing, we're supposed to be doing, all the air quotes in the world. This is a stone that says you're also supposed to be being a human. Have some fun. Helps for reminding you towards that self-care and like supporting yourself through that self-care to remind you you're not indulging, you're doing what's really natural and normal and needed. Helps too with connection and support for your inner child, for support for carpal tunnel, as well as spinal alignment and sleep disturbances. So that is fuchsite. And this leaves green glitter everywhere. So let's see. We'll start, actually let's do these. There we go. And that is fuchsite. I hope that helps. So good to see you, Kath. Welcome back in. Yeah, the synchronicity and alignment is something else. Sunstone would be good for the time change too. You got it. Okay, so sunstone is also really helpful for, in a sense, connecting to the expanding our vision of how we see ourselves and our potential. So this very much connects with, if you're thinking about, well, what can I do? What are my options? What are my goals? This helps to set the bar really high. It's wonderful for being recognized, for bringing in general luck, and also for if you own a business or work for yourself in any capacity, this can help you to do your marketing and promotion to get you noticed and seen. If you're applying for jobs, much the same impact there. This helps with career opportunities in a big way. It helps with phobias, and it also supports, in general, just, that expansive, not selling our future self short kind of thing. Very, very potent stone. So, and it looks like it might help with the time change. So I'm going to bring some of this in. So let's bring this in here and here, here, and we are going to be adding sunstone to the crystal shop very soon. In fact, here's some of the stones that are going to be in the crystal shop very soon for sunstone. So, yay. Yeah, but awesome. Glad to add that. And thank you. I didn't know that about sunstone. So let's go ahead. Another stone for self-care, and I see Corey's request for back pain. They very much go hand in hand. So another stone for self-care is Amazonite. This also brings in a good amount of luck, like in terms of winnings, and it's really helpful for bringing in calmness as well as help with the spine and spinal nerves. So this can be really supportive of things like back pain. So yeah, but this also reminds you that you deserve self-care. It is important. So let's bring in the Amazonite. Amazonite can come in this like light greenish blue. It can also come in like a darker greenish blue with even like stripes of white going through it. It's a really beautiful stone, but it can look quite different depending on the specimen you're looking at. So that's Amazonite. Yeah, it was Lila Ray. Okay, protection for your husband. Okay, cool. So let me keep on clicking through. For Chris, let's get a couple of your requests in. Oh, we've already got a couple, so let's bring in carnelian. Ruby, pyrite, sapphire. green aventurine. Green aventurine, if sunstone sounded like something you could totally use for that whole like expanding the vision of your soul's potential, aventurine probably too. This does it on like kind of a more heart-centered way. It's like a deep encouragement of you can do it. It's one of those kinds of stones. So this helps you to expand what you think you can do. If you tend towards like, I could never do that, that's like more than I could never learn how to do that. This is a stone that says, well, maybe you can. Let's give it a shot. It's very, very deeply encouraging. Helps too with heart rhythms, allergies, eye problems, and fertility. But yeah, if you're struggling to learn things and struggling to, kind of step out from the shadows and get into what you want to do, aventurine can be a really good bet. It's a very, it's almost like we believe in you kind of stone. Carnelian is lovely for anything having to do with relationships or creativity. Very much the stone of the sacral chakra. That's where we have relationships like broadly, how we relate to the world around us, but also the very close to us relationships, especially romance and sexuality, sensuality, and fertility. This is also another stone that can help us with calling in that soulmate relationship. But when it comes to physical stuff, it's great for colds, asthma, allergies, and even wound healing. But in general, relationships. But when it comes to creativity, this can help you get to that place where you're just able to create. So we will bring that in. Awesome. So that is carnelian. Beautiful deep orange. Sapphire is a very helpful stone for mediumship, channeling, connecting with our guides, our angels, and in any way bringing through intuitive information, particularly if you're doing it for someone else. This helps with also speedy justice on the physical level, the thyroid, the ears and eyes. It's got a big connection with dementia, those who have it, those who care for and about them. And it's also thought wonderful for envisioning like a good potential when everything is changing and it's really hard to kind of, I just want to keep my mind open that this is going to go in the best direction. This can help you kind of keep your spirits up in that way. But it's very angelic. And like I said, it's a very intensely intuitive stone. So if you already work with things like mediumship, connecting with the angels, any kind of channeling, definitely recommend some sapphire. Pyrite is very helpful for calling in financial abundance, especially to intuition, while also protection. Especially if you're new to things like intuition or a new type of spiritual practice or calling in messages, this is a stone that can help you to be more connected and hear a little bit more or see a little bit more, while also having that, but I have a filter, so it's sort of like, yes, I am open and only for these things kind of thing. So it's a great stone for anyone who is new to intuitive development or is trying a new style of it. Also really helpful for manifesting money, in that this is thought to help call in real gold. Pyrite is often found near real gold. So it's sort of like, okay, well, this is the fake stuff, but I feel like we're close to the other stuff. Wonderful too for the brain and memory, as well as lungs and also fever. This stone has some indications. Some folks feel that it can be very helpful when it comes to the side effects of radiation treatment. So we will put this in here. So that is pyrite. Ruby is helpful for the courage to be yourself, and also for connecting with and feeling empowered to use your management skills, your leadership skills, any way that you might need to apply those, whether it's personally in just like a short-term task like moving, or if you're moving up in your career, or if you want to take a different perspective at things like, you know, big management or organization type work, this can be really helpful. It's another stone that really supports things like fibromyalgia. And it's also got a strong connection for love and fertility. I'm just going to put some of these around. Here we go. And there we go. And ruby is such a pretty color. That like purplish red. I love it. So yeah, courage to be yourself, very empowering. And I'm going to bring in just a couple more of your requests, and then I'll continue working in the rest as we go. Oh, definitely. Let's see. Double fish cords. So next I'm going to bring in some emerald. Emerald helps with healing the skin and tissue and is wonderful for the upper respiratory system, the cardiopulmonary system in general. If you're dealing with a cold or bronchitis or anything like that, this is a superb stone to work with. So that is raw emerald. Also helpful for restoring confidence about our appearance, particularly those things that we're really sensitive about. Maybe we were picked on about them or teased about them as kids, and so it's kind of a sore spot. This can help shore that up. Wonderful too for reinvigorating passion and excitement about things in life that you were once passionate about. So if you were once passionate about your career and you just sort of feel like blah, the emerald's one of those stones that can help you to recapture that lost excitement. And blue apatite is helpful for our relationship with food. So whether that's, you know, gaining weight, losing weight, or just changing the way that we look at food and the role it plays in our life, blue apatite can definitely support it. Also really helpful for strengthening our auric field. So if you're someone who takes on the energy of others really easily, this can help you to maybe not do that quite so much. Also superb for, in general, bringing in quite a bit of harmony and peace, which is, I mean, not that that's ever a bad thing, but at this particular moment in history, really good thing. And also I see a lot of requests around soul's purpose. This is one of the stones that can help you with illuminating your soul's purpose and having the courage to kind of walk the walk, so to speak, and actually enact it. So that is blue apatite. Also coming to the crystal store really soon. And definitely we'll get back to the rest of your requests, Chris. And still not still. Months ago you fell, and since then your neck tension and migraines have been more frequent. Absolutely. Definitely the first thing I would have reached for is Amazonite, but it's already there. But there is another stone too. Pink tourmaline is one. Yeah, definitely. Let's bring in some pink tourmaline. Helpful, definitely helpful with migraines. Also really helpful with nerve pain, neuralgia. Anything that is gynecologic in nature, this can be really helpful for. So whether that's like endometriosis or just cramps, this can be really helpful. Wonderful too for spinal injuries, if that's what you sustained in that fall. Helps with muscle weakness, also helps with breaking down any negative self-image so that you can kind of leave some room to rebuild a new way of looking at yourself. Helpful too for mother-baby bonding. So we will bring this in. So that is pink tourmaline. And I also wanted to bring in azurite. One of the things that this stone can do for us is help with spinal alignment. So if that's one of the things that's going on since your fall, maybe this can help. It's also really helpful for a lot of the spiritual stuff that's coming up. This helps with connection to spirit guides. It brings in a lot of insight and intuition. It also helps to bolster creativity. Helps with breaking through indecision, and it helps to more or less like reawaken the spiritual side of ourselves. Wonderful too for taking blockages and just sort of dissolving them. That's very much energy blockages in the body, as well as obstacles that we may face. This is also helpful for quieting the mind during meditation and for muscle spasms, as well as what I mentioned with spinal alignment. So that is azurite, which is actually found in the earth close to copper alongside malachite, chrysocolla, other stones like that. So that is azurite. So I hope that that helps. And welcome in Still Not Still. Fiat Luna. You'd love to request Moonstone, Larimer, and Aquamarine. Larimer is spot on for tonight. Absolutely. So Larimer. Let's see. Larimer, Aquamarine. Larimer helps with feeling connected to our spiritual purpose and also feeling like encouraged and strong enough to follow through with our soul's purpose. This is one that, anytime we follow our soul's purpose, we are walking a path that doesn't currently exist because it's our path. We're meant to break that path. This helps to also separate the ego from the self, while also helping us to, in a way, feel like a spiritual pioneer and encourage us with like, yeah, this feels like you're doing something that's never been done because your soul's purpose it's not a well-worn path. It's never supposed to be. So it brings in a lot of confidence as you embrace your soul's purpose, which is so necessary. So that is Larimer, which I happen to be wearing actually. So Larimer is only mined in the Dominican Republic currently. That's the only place that they know it to exist. It's just a beautiful watery looking stone. But yeah, brings in a lot of confidence in your spiritual self. Aquamarine helps with the movement of all fluids throughout the body. So largely speaking, circulation. Also helps with the teeth and gums. Emotionally, this is a superb stone for forgiveness, regardless if it's the I'm forgiving you to give you another chance or setting you free so I can move on. Whatever the case might be, very helpful for it. Also helpful when it comes to behavior of others. It helps to deflect pettiness, really immature, undeveloped, and when I say immature, like emotionally immature behavior. So pettiness, like people taking out their hurt feelings on other people by, generally being a bit of a Karen. Like this is the anti-Karen stone. So this is Aquamarine. Wonderful too for anybody that has to deal with folks who tends towards those kinds of things. So that is Aquamarine. So let's go ahead and put a piece here. There we go. And yeah, and Moonstone's in there. So lots of love, Fiat Luna. Good to see you. Fiat Luna also has her own channel. So give her some love. She also does some Reiki on her channel too. Lots of Reiki on her channel. Lila Ray, safe travels for your husband. We got that. And for you, definitely. Spiritual guidance for your soul's purpose. So we've got a couple of those with the blue apatite and the Larimer. Let's also do chrysocolla. This is definitely helpful for encouragement as you follow your spiritual purpose. This is also really helpful for making decisions that are in your own best interest and align with your soul's purpose, and for connecting with new means of creativity. So if you're looking for a new creative outlet, whether it's, you want to try painting, you want to try making collage or making fiber arts, this will help you find new ways to connect with yourself and express what's really in there. So it can be a wonderful thing. Let's bring this in. So that is Chrysocolla. Okay, so I hope that helps. And let me know if there's anything else I can do for you, Lila Ray. Safe travels for you both. And Corey, you also asked for love and friendship. Gotcha. So peridot is a really powerful stone for supporting friendships and other things too, romantic relationships too, but also reconnecting and connecting with friends. This helps to support those relationships that help you to be your best self or even help you to be a better person, and really kind of forging those even stronger, pulling those people in closer. It's long been considered a stone of friendship, and also helps with breaking bad habits and cycles, things that are getting in your way, as well as helping with digestion, whether it's acid reflux, IBS, Crohn's, in my case, celiac disease. This is a really helpful stone. For feelings and things, this is also really helpful for anger, jealousy, and guilt. So a really dynamic stone, does so many different things. So that is lots of peridot. And love, we have a couple of good stones in, particularly ruby, carnelian, and moonstone for sure. So good to have you in. Oh, Patty has some good requests. I love it. Crystal Mills, welcome back in. Good to see you. Oh, awesome. I'm so glad you found us too, Crystal. Bobby Karen, welcome. Lila Ray, you're super welcome. And Fiat Luna, you are also welcome, and thank you. And Still Not Still, you're welcome. And you are welcome, Chris. And everyone, seriously, happy birthday to Cora Carr. And I did see those other requests. I will get to them too. Let's see. Let's go back up to, yeah, there's where Patty had some ones. So we got fuchsite, aquamarine, amazonite, red tiger eye, honey peridot, zoisite. So, oh, good. We got most of them. The synchronicity. Definitely want to do septarian. So septarian, honey calcite. So honey calcite helps with attracting the best possible people that resonate with you to show up in your life. Very helpful to have around, whether you're calling on romantic partner, new friends, new neighbors, new colleagues, whatever it might be. This stone helps to balance the solar plexus with the sacral. Solar plexus is your center of self, personal identity, and free will, who you are, what's important to you. And the sacral is what we were talking about with carnelian. That is how we relate to others, the world around us, how we, the relationships we hold, and creativity. So this helps us to find folks that are kind of on the similar vibe that we are right now. So if you've made a lot of changes in your life and you're looking for people that kind of match with who you are, definitely recommend honey calcite. Also really helpful for menopausal women, which I am one, even though it might not look that way, and helps with optimism, really keeping optimistic, even when things are really tough, really challenging times. So that is honey calcite. This is one we work with here a lot. So I'm just going to bring in 2 big pieces. There we go. And yeah, so we've got those 2 big pieces of honey calcite. And with septarian, this is a stone that can help with emotional types of stuff and with the solar plexus. So again, solar plexus is your center of self-identity and who you are and things that are important to you. This helps you to follow through with things like setting goals based around what you feel is important and things you want to do in your life. Helps too with emotional growth. And if you're doing any kind of work emotionally or psychologically with yourself, any deep reflection, this is one that can help you find the deepest roots. So the underlying causes of behaviors, of habits, and things like that. This is one that can help you to like really dig deep and even support you in your vulnerability to do that. Helps too with understanding who you are, getting to know yourself on that deepest level. Superb for muscle pain and spasm, and helpful for healing wounds, skin wounds. So we will bring this in. Let's see. Oh, I think I hear a Gertie. I do. I hear a Gertie. We got a visit. Kitty visitor. Do we have a kitty visitor? I think we do. Oh, you look like you just woke up. Did I wake you up? Oh. Did I wake you up? Okay, here you go. You can just chill out on my lap if you wanna. Yeah, there you go. You're kinda purring. Yeah, you can chill. Aw, those are some big purrs. Yeah, you chill. So we got our Gertie sighting today. Oh, okay, you just stay right here. Yeah, we went through a whole stream, the 8 o'clock stream on Friday with no kitty visitors, and it was so sad. But that's what happens when I plug in the electric blanket. So, okay, I'm going to bring in the septarian. So let's bring those in. Let's see. Let's actually bring this in. Are you purring? Are you purring? Yeah, you're purring. Okay, so we got septarian, fuchsite, aquamarine, amazonite. Okay, and I will think of a couple others that might help you. Victoria Parade, it's good to see you again too. I'd love a stone to help soften my walls and be open to giving and receiving kindness. And stones for building community. Definitely the honey calcite. And you know what else I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a couple more honey calcite. That will definitely help you with community building and things like that. So we'll put those in there. So that is honey calcite. And let's see. Open to giving and receiving kindness and kind of just bringing down those walls. Definitely the first one that comes up for me reading that is Dalmatian jasper. So this has black tourmaline running through it. Those are the black dots. Black tourmaline helps to repel negative energy. So this is a stone that really helps to like deep clean our energy field. It can really support breaking down cynicism and jadedness. So especially if you're like opening up to new people, this can help take the once bitten, twice shy, like, I've been around these people before kind of thing, and help you let go of that so that you can show up a little bit expecting something better in a sense. So this one's really helpful for that. Also really helpful for energy clearing in general. And another stone that's great for digestive issues, IBS, Crohn's, any kind of digestive disorders. So yeah, so Dalmatian jasper, that can definitely help leave you in a good position, as good as possible a position to like embrace those new people. It's also a great stone for cooperation in that regard. So that's helpful. And I think that might be all we have there. I think that's where that sounds like a good one. This might help. Dragon's blood. So this often gets called either dragonstone or dragon's blood or dragon's bloodstone or dragon jasper or dragon blood jasper. So many different names, but really it's a very helpful stone when it comes to bringing in optimism and leaving like grief and emotional pain and loss in the past. It also helps with processing those really difficult emotions without getting stuck in a place of self-pity. This is one that helps you to learn from your mistakes and also gives you a lot of patience with yourself. The reason I kind of bring this in is because, Victoria, I think it helps with the optimism and also the happiness and wisdom. So I feel like that's the qualities of this stone that make me want to bring it out so much for you. Also really helps too with if anyone's doing any overhauls on themselves or any kind of self-improvement journey. This helps with creating the strength and courage to create lasting change in your life. And it's helpful for, like I said, learning from your mistakes and also being patient with yourself. Wonderful too for the immune system and also the nervous system, kind of like a nervous system reboot. But yeah, also thought helpful for skin, hair, nails, that kind of thing. And it's thought to be supportive of the thyroid. So I'm going to bring that in. Where would you like to go? Let's put this here for now. We'll see where it ends up. Awesome. So good to see you again. Let's see. Oh, everybody, thank you for being so lovely as always and welcoming in new folks so warmly. Seriously, this group is like lightning in a bottle and I'm so grateful for all of you. And yeah, definitely thank you for the reminder, Patty, to hit the like button. Really appreciate it. Welcome in, Robin. Good to have you. Yeah, feel free to make any requests for your personal well-being. I'll keep going down the list. Okay, for Kanta. Shoes are dropping, bringing many emotions and lots of new info to process and absorb. Some stones for this: grace, peace, persistence, balance, and gentle self-care. I love all of that. Yeah, sometimes embracing those shoes dropping, but wanting to like not get completely triggered by it. Totally understand. Grace, peace, persistence, balance, gentle self-care. Okay, first thing that came to mind was snowflake obsidian. This one is really helpful for calming overstimulation. In general, for balancing body, mind, and spirit, really helpful for serenity and peace, especially after a time of loss, but it doesn't have to be after a time of loss. Also helpful for connecting with your auditory intuition or clairaudience, and helpful in releasing guilt and also recognizing any patterns or things that you have that are holding you back. So this is one that can help you like release difficult emotions, refine that balance, that sense of internal balance. Let's go ahead and do some snowflake obsidian there. Lots of information to process and absorb. So let's do there's two others I want to bring in. One is fluorite, and I don't mean to be too over dramatic here, but this is also really good for chaos, like just chaotic, don't know what's coming next, everything feels all over the place type energy. This is a stone that helps you to be the eye of the hurricane, like everything may be swirling around you, but inside you feel serene and peaceful. It helps to bring a lot of comfort, it brings a lot of order and chaos, and it brings a lot of relaxation too. But yeah, especially if you're in a situation that involves a lot of herky-jerky kind of what's going on, oh my gosh, what's next kind of energy. So that is fluorite. Okay. And I also wanted to bring in mookaite. Mookaite helps with accepting change, and that can be really helpful at a time like that. Mookaite also goes by Australia jasper, so accepting change and also making decisions, and sometimes those two things go hand in hand. If it's hard to make a decision, sometimes it's because we have to accept that something has shifted or something is maybe not the way we'd hoped. But this is a stone that can help with both. Wonderful too for boosting the immune system, calming digestion, and also for alleviating bladder pain if anyone's having that issue. So let's go ahead and bring a little bit of Australia jasper or mookaite in. Bring it here and here. This can be this sort of deep mauve, burgundy, beige, and even mustard yellow colors are common to see in mookaite. Yeah, I feel like that feels good. Let me know. Oh, processing and absorbing emotions too. Yeah, let me know, Kanta. Do you feel like that's good or do you want some more? Let me know. Let me know if that feels like that's good. And we've got the good self-care stones in there already with fuchsite and amazonite, so that's good. Building healthy routines. Oh, I like that. Aw, thank you, Kanta. Goddess of the stones, the chaos part of the deal. Ah, gotcha. Fluorite, ooh, good call. Ooh, and bloodstones for processing grief too. Yeah, we'll bring that in either way. And let's bring in building healthy routines for Victoria. Vincent, prioritizing and completing tasks on time. That's probably already covered with the garnet. Well, there's other stones that can help that too, one of which is chrysoprase and the other is lapis. Chrysoprase can really help with like stick-to-itiveness in a sense. This helps with completing goals and having follow-through. Also helps with picking up the pieces after loss, overcoming any kind of disappointment, or having to pivot. Also helps if you feel like you're getting to the point of burnout and along the way of a goal. Like when my friends go to grad school and they stop and like halfway through they're like, why did I do this to myself? This is the stone I give them. So chrysoprase. This can definitely help with follow through and completing goals. And I struggle with that too. It's something I struggle with for sure. I definitely have a hard time with like sitting down and doing just one thing and not getting distracted by everything else. And lapis. This can help with integrity overall. And that is includes doing the things that we've promised, owning up to our commitments. Also helps with career improvement. Open, honest communication, lots of truth and honesty. Helps with things like disorganization, helps with personal responsibility, like having intentions of, you know, this is important, I want to stick to this. This is the thing that helps you say, okay, wait a minute, I already promised myself I was going to stick to this. So lapis can help there. Wonderful too for vertigo and hearing loss. So let's bring in some lapis. Lapis. And Patty had mentioned bloodstone. It's never a bad day to add bloodstone. Let's add all the bloodstone. Bloodstone also goes by the name heliotrope, especially in like the UK. And it is a deep green with like little spots of red, which you might be able to see. This is an emotional stuff hits the fan stone. It's great for lifting despair and giving you lots of emotional stamina in a sense, like the ability to keep going with stuff that's emotionally challenging. It can also help with relieving self-doubt and helpful too with quieting the mind during meditation and energy work. So heliotrope or bloodstone, wonderful. Bring that in. This is one of my definite like emotional first aid kind of stones. This and blue calcite and even green onyx. And I did see Cora Carr requested the quartz with two fish. So if you look really carefully at this, you might see that there's like some fish scales there, and maybe you'll see the fish's face. And if I keep rotating it, you'll see the tail of the next fish. Yeah, so the joy of the union of the two fish, the joy of the union of yin and yang, ability to go anywhere without constraint or restriction, like that balance of energy. So first of all, very connected with the third Reiki symbol. If you know what it is, that'll make sense. But if you think of the yin and yang symbol, you know, the black and white, and it's sort of like an S curve in the middle, and then there's a dot of black within the white and a dot of white within the black. That's actually meant to depict something like two fish, and one gives way to the other. That's a way of describing the balance and flow of yin and yang within the body. That they're opposite things, but they move in harmony. And it's that yin-yang symbol is meant to depict motion. So stagnation is one of the not so great things in Chinese medicine. So the two fish here, it's a very powerful symbol in that culture to see like movement and balance. And also clear quartz helps to bring in like a boost of energy. It boosts the energy of stones. It boosts the energy of a manifestation. And it's also like a lovely blank slate. So this is a great stone for balance and harmony. And so let's go ahead and place this in the middle here. This is a hand-carved bead that was given to me by one of the jewelers. Really cool. And on where the bead gets fed through, where no one is ever even going to see it, is these beautiful little rosettes. It's like old school attention to detail. So there we go. Everyone thought of fluorite at the same time. That's when you know. Yep, great minds think alike. It's true. We do. And there were a couple more that I skipped that were Chris's, and then I will get into the healing. So what else did I skip here of Chris's? Rhodochrosite and rutilated and iolite. So iolite helps with clairvoyance and the spiritual vision. Also helps with sleeping better, especially if the interruptions to your sleep are from unbalanced energy or just very open upper chakras. Helps too with fever, weight loss, and money management. So that is iolite. Here and this here. There we go. And rutilated quartz. These beautiful rutils, or like what look like little almost like needles or hairs going through it. Rutilated quartz is thought to focus the energy exactly where it needs to go. So it helps to focus the mind. If someone's getting any kind of healing treatments, it's set with the intention that, like, I hope the energy goes to exactly, or the healing go exactly where it's most needed. Also wonderful with boosting physical energy. So definitely going to be helpful for a lot of the requests around, like, I feel like I need more physical energy. Rutilated quartz, very helpful for that. And rhodochrosite helps with everything around mother-child bonding and the healing of any kind of maternal wounds. Helps too with the heart and circulation, as well as the ability to like connect telepathically, whether to your ancestors or to your animal companion that may have crossed over. Helpful too for asthma and stress headaches. So that is rhodochrosite. And I feel like there's one more that wants to come in, and that's mahogany obsidian. Mahogany obsidian helps with releasing perfectionism. Vincent, this is one that can definitely help with meeting goals. It's great for vitality and strength. It's another stone that helps with things like carpal tunnel. Wonderful for skin healing, releasing anger, and also for releasing any need for approval. If you're someone who struggles with things around like a done something is better than a perfect nothing, if that's a good thing to remember, this is a stone to help you. If you feel like you have to prove yourself through having like the best possible work, or like it needs to be the best so that people can see you as the best, this helps you to let go of that attachment. So that is mahogany obsidian. So I will bring these in here, and we're all evened up. So we're getting into that point in the evening where I need you to help me boost the energy so that we can get the most beneficial healing that we can. So I'm going to quickly explain what Reiki is, a little of how it works, and how to make the most of your session. And while I do that, if anyone out there would like to help to lift the energy, go on ahead into the chat click that live chat button. Definitely click the like button if you haven't already. But hit the live chat button and share anything that you are grateful for, anything at all. Gratitude lifts energy super fast and super thoroughly, and it leaves us feeling way better. So go ahead, share anything that you're comfortable sharing as far as what you're grateful for. If you've already gotten yourself comfy, no worries. Take a deep breath in and out and think of those things that you're grateful for. It'll work just the same. And as soon as I'm done with my description of Reiki, we will move into the Reiki portion of the evening. And I'll also kind of even out the grid here so we don't have such big empty pieces. Awesome. So what is Reiki? So as I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name's Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. And if you'd like to learn more about my live online Reiki certification classes, if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one healing or tarot reading, or if you would like to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's linked in the description below, along with all of my social media. If you haven't followed my TikTok already, please do. I'm trying to grow my following there so I can do a little bit of simulcast streaming on TikTok while we're here. And definitely sign up for my email newsletter if you haven't, because there will be some serious sales going on later this month, and I want you to be the first to know of it. So all of that's in the description. So what is Reiki? Well, Reiki, more than anything in the West, it's now seen as a term that means generally energy healing. Specifically, I work with what's known as Usui Reiki. And this particular method of energy work is named after its founder, Mikao Usui, who created this system in the early 1920s of Japan during a really difficult time in Japan's history, where teaching anything that even could be misunderstood as religion was not a good look. So this particular approach of connecting with energy and supporting yourself and others was made to be deeply spiritual, but also completely secular. And I feel like that's a big part of why it resonates with us so much in the West. So to understand the concept of energy at play here, we're best to look at Shintoism, the indigenous spirituality of Japan that still very much has a lot to do with the societal understanding of how many things work in their culture, even to this day. And in Shintoism, it's thought that everyone and everything has a soul, and all of those souls are interconnected and inextricably linked. And that spirit, however you define it, would be supplying this life-sustaining, what's really translates as soul energy, spiritually guided soul energy. That is what Reiki is. And it's thought that this energy is sent to all of us and through all of us, through that interconnectedness, and basically supports us in everything we do, in anything beyond just our being a collection of cells. So our body, mind, and spirit work with this spiritually guided soul energy, Reiki, all day long, bringing in all of that energy and helping us to be in the best balance mentally, physically, spiritually, one moment to the next, so that we can continue going on through the course of our day. And it's thought that you already have this energy flowing through you right now, whether or not you realize it. And largely in the West, our cultures kind of don't. So essentially, what I'll be doing today is using Usui's techniques to connect with this energy and direct more of it to you, supporting your body, mind, and spirit to use this energy in even more abundance, bringing you into even better balance on all of those levels in a way that supports you right today, here and now. During the session, you may feel some physical sensations. Emotionally, you may feel some feelings come up or get released. Mentally, you may be able to hear your subconscious or logically work through some things that have been really challenging for you. Spiritually, you may get some deep, sort of profound resolution or clarity, or even an intuition. You may also have a really lovely nap, which is kind of amazing too. The best thing is, though, during your session, you don't have to do anything. There's no wrong way to enjoy this session. So I usually suggest that you get into a position sitting or lying down that feels comfortable. Grab the blankets and pillows and all those things that feel right and just get cozy. You don't have to move. You don't even have to keep your eyes open. You don't have to focus on anything, and you don't have to keep your mind silent. Just simply be, and the Reiki will support you exactly as you are. If you would like to not sit still during this session and maybe use it in a different way, feel free to stretch, move, bend, do some yoga, journal, play some music. Whatever feels right to you in this time is absolutely right. And go ahead and enjoy and know that the Reiki will support you in it. You don't, like I said, you don't have to focus on anything, and you don't have to keep your mind silent. I will send this energy to all of you for 25 minutes, during which time I'll turn the lights down. You'll notice that they move slowly and gently from one color to the next. At no point will they flash or strobe, so you're good there. And I will turn the music up. If you'd like to learn more about our musical creator, she's listed at the bottom of the description. You can go ahead and check out her website and her YouTube channel. Listen to her beautiful music in the background of your day anytime that it works. And at the end of that 25 minutes, I will call you back in, invite you to take a deep breath in, come back to your body, slowly come back, and I'll be able to re-engage with you in the chat. So if you have any questions for me, or if you want to share any of your experiences, you'll be able to do that at that time, and I'll be able to happily answer your questions. If you think of a question later, no worries, go ahead and put it in the comments or reach out to me through my website so that I can email you back. And again, that's learnreikiphiladelphia.com. Also know that Reiki does not need us to be all together at the same time. Reiki can certainly be sent over great distances, but know that it's not limited to any other of the things that limit humanity. Reiki doesn't know any bounds, including time. So if you happen to find that you need a Reiki session in the future and I'm not live, no worries, head on over to our past healing live stream playlist. You can pick any past healing that you want, and it will be there to support you and help you feel better. And know that I am here 5 times a week if you do want to join me live, and it would be lovely to have you. So thank you so much for being here. It's an honor and a privilege. And most importantly, at any point during your session, if you feel like you want to go a little bit deeper, or if you get distracted, just take a deep breath in and out. You'll sink deeper into your session. And either way, no matter what, the energy will be here to support you. So thank you for being here. An honor and a privilege. And let's go ahead back to that grid, take a closer look at it, and get into the healing. And hey, heart, good to see you. Ooh, pretty. Okay, so let's see. We've got some stones cut off here. So let's fill some in. Yeah, let's take this one, and put that one there. And I'm just going to add another piece of fuchsite to help even more with self-care, because that was such a big intention. So there we go. Now we're all balanced out. Oh, that looks really good. Everyone, thank you so much for all of your contributions and requests in building this beautiful grid. So glad y'all are seeing each other. Awesome. Lots of love to all of you. Love all of these. Aw, thank you. Okay, everyone. Go ahead, get cozy. I will send Reiki to you all for the next 25 minutes. Enjoy your session, and I will see you then. I invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back to your body. Thank you so much for being here with me this evening. I hope you all have a beautiful week ahead. Happy birthday, Cora Carr. And if anyone has any questions or anything to share, I invite you to go ahead and use the chat. Gertie is absolutely snoozing out on my lap. My leg is asleep. Can you? There we go. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You're welcome, Jen. Lots of love to you in the week coming up. Thank you, Flower. Absolutely. May we have a blessed week. I absolutely hope so. Lots of love to you. Feel better. I hope you feel better. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Jen. Yes, have a great week to you too, Chris. Lots of love to you. Good to see you. Oh, you had to rush Moon to the emergency vet in the middle of the night. She broke a tooth. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry for you both. I'm also sorry for your wallet. Oh, emergency vet bills or something. Oh, geez. Oh, no. Vincent, you are so welcome. Lots of love to you and Cora Carr. True. But I'm glad everybody's okay now. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and start bringing the stream to a close with an abundance of gratitude for all of you. Thank you all so, so much. All the best to you, Jen and Moon, in this week. I hope you're doing better. Flower, get well soon. Happy birthday, Cora Carr. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening. Take care and bye for now.